Can you hear me? Right. So at least our comms are
Ladies and gentlemen, Hong Kong China was very sad to hear about the news of the passing of Alex Lu Chen, or because of the Alex
our comms are right. Because I don't think we were working with them. We were independent. Can you hear me though? Can you hear me? 我哋嗰套得咯，我照着咗佢先。現在有請你哋準備嘅歡呼聲、喝彩聲，迎接一場精彩嘅比賽。
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 15 minutes away from kick-off. Get ready to unleash your cheers and roar with excitement as we prepare for...
Organise, Maxi, organise! Get shape!
Number 5, Philippe Gonzalez. Number 10, Thiago Amara. Number 11, Daniel Lino. Number 12, Robert Tenorio. Number 13, Lorenzo Massari. Number 14, Theo Bastardi. Number 15, Lucas Di Franco. Your head coach is Emiliano Accarà, the team manager, Pete Long. And running a warm from China, come on, Sonia Papadao. Number 2, Lan Jackson. Number 3, Hugh Jackson. Number 4, Mark Meyer. Number 5, Carl Sullivan. Number 6, Tyler Duck. Number 7, Piers West. Number 8, and captain, Josh Justice. Number 9, Jake Gordon. Number 10, Nathan Terry. Number 11, Gary Stanton. Number 12, Johnny Hill. Number 13, Ben Axton. Number 14, Johnny Smith. Number 15, Matt Warby. And your hometown hero creations, Johnny Gordon Houston, James Holmes, Zach Simmons, Jay Biglock, Luke Barrington, Jack Cruz, Mateo Valentini, Max Velko. Your head coach and also the team manager is Charles Jones.
stop 緊2.4次，所以好就。得冇。
Hello and welcome to the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground for the second match in this two-game Autumn International Series between Hong Kong, China and Brazil. I'm Ashton Hyde, here to bring you all the action from this brand new venue. The first international sporting event held at this ground right next to the Kai Tak Stadium, which will serve as the new home of Hong Kong China Sevens. This whole area is set to become a hub for Hong Kong rugby, and today's match is just the beginning. Joining me today is former Hong Kong international Nick Cumming. Great to have you with us here, Nick.
Thank you, Ash. It's a pleasure to be here for this historic match.
As we head into today's match, the series is still up for grabs. Brazil took out the first game with a 23-10 victory at the Hong Kong Football Club, giving them the edge on the points differential. Now for Hong Kong China to take out the series, it's not just about winning today, but they'll need to win by at least 14 points to claim the title. Now let's go and have a look at the highlights from that match last weekend at the Hong Kong Football Club. And early in the game, Hong Kong China did look strong, and we had Lauder getting a nice little pop-off here to Matt Worley, who opens the scoring under the sticks there for Hong Kong China. Now it all looked quite positive in the early exchanges for Hong Kong China. They carried the ball very well, managed to get a lot of phases together, and luckily got that pass away to get across the white line, so it looked strong. But the visiting side, Brazil, got the next exchange with this big collision in the midfield, creating a turnover, and then being able to have their heads-up play to put their lock, Gabriel Paganini, down the sideline, showing great heads-up awareness to offload the ball, and then through the tight exchanges, they managed to bundle their way across the line with their hooker, Ferreira. Really strong in these close quarter exchanges are Brazil. As we see in the 60th minute here, Brazil hot on attack. And really showing their dominance in the tight game. And this is the last penalty of the match, and really sums up what the game was like for Brazil, with their star fullback, Lucas Zartranquez, kicking over that penalty kick, as he did a lot throughout the game. He is going to be a dangerous threat for Hong Kong China. As we can see, a beautiful shot here of the Kai Tak Stadium, the brand new purpose-built stadium for the Hong Kong Sevens, right down here in Kai Tak, Hong Kong. And now we're going to cross over and have a quick look at the Brazilian lineup, and we have 6 changes to the starting pack for the Brazilians. At loosehead prop, Segura makes his way onto the field, and Paganini in the lock position. We also have a new number 8, Marlowe, and a new halfback running the show in Gonçalves. We also have Teno Rio coming in at inside centre, and the new debutant, Theo Bastari, is also making his debut today. And for Hong Kong China, 7 changes from the test match last week, 3 of them coming all up front, with Famatau, Lamb and Chapman all coming into the front row. They're going to have a lot of work cut out for them today. Kyle Sullivan makes his way off the bench into the starting lineup at lock, and Tyler McNutt also off the bench coming into the starting lineup today. Guy Spanton on the left wing comes into the field, and Thomas Hill, the big ball-carrying number 12, makes his way back from injury. Now, in that first match, the Brazilian pack was very dominant, and we can see them coming out here now, led by their captains, Diaz for the Brazilians and Herstich for Hong Kong China. And how great it is to see the young kids being able to come out with their favourite rugby heroes down here at Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground. as the teams line up for their respective national anthems. What an occasion down here at the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground. We're all set for what is going to be an exciting finish to this two-match Autumn International Series between Hong Kong, China and Brazil.
現在有請現場各位肅立。我哋現在就巴西國歌。Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please stand and show your respect for the national anthem of Brazil.現在有請各位繼續保持肅立。現在就中華人民共和國國歌。Please remain standing for the national anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Fantastic rendition, and we knew from the game last week that the Brazilian forward pack was very dominant. They controlled the set piece really well, and they used an extremely good tactical kicking game. Now, Hong Kong did show promise with their running game, but to turn things around today, they will need to up their physicality and make a statement in the tight exchanges. Now, the match officials for today are these same three gentlemen. However, Ruben Keane is moving across to the assistant referee position, and Katsuki Furushi will be running the show today, with the other AR being Morgan Wright. And the crowd here at Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground is ready to get in behind their home side, and these players know exactly what's on the line. Brazil will be looking to build on their momentum, while Hong Kong aims to race to the challenge and deliver a performance that's worthy of a series comeback. We're just moments away from kickoff in what promises to be an extremely exciting contest with Hong Kong, China versus Brazil.
Josh, Okay.
And to
Time
get
on.
us underway, Jules Amaral with the kickoff. Katsuki Furushi blows the whistle, and we're underway. Well taken from Guy Spanton.
Outside. Use.
Lauder gets it to his captain, Herstich, in a big collision.
Use it.
Lauder creating
2
some length there,
seconds.
looking to box kickers.
Thank
Lauder.
Inside.
He gets it high up in the air, but it is well
High
taken.
contest.
But Morgan Wright gets his flag up,
It's fair
and it's going to be a
contest.
Hong Kong-China line-out right on the 40.
Drop off. No. It's fair contest for me.
Yeah, that's a great kick by Lauder. That's an early win for Hong Kong. Great
Sorry, mate.
exit and great start to this match.
Numbers.
Doing those basics
5.
well,
Thank you.
as we see Jack Lamb looking to get this one in.
Closer.
Jack Lamb
Ground.
looks for Kyle Sullivan. It bounces the way of Hong Kong-China, and Spanton looks to get into contact. Lauder comes back on the blind side to Lamb, who carries well. Good leg drive there from Jack Lamb.
Use.
Lauder arranges the troops, and it's Chapman with a strong ball carry.
Use it.
And it looks like Lauder will go to the air again. Gets the kick away, does Lauder.
Access. Yep.
But that one straight out on the full. So Brazil
Stop there.
get the line out back on Hong Kong's 40.
Yeah, they need to shake that one off Hong Kong. It was a great start in the first minute. Errors crept in there, and they can't continue with that.
6 plus.
We can see the rain pouring down here at the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground. It is tough conditions, but the line out goes well, and it's Harulo who gets it in and gets the ball at the back for this rolling exchange. But he takes it off the side and met in a good collision there from Lamb. Gonçalves gets it away to Segura.
Not on the ball.
But a small knock on there from the Brazilian captain, and Spanton gets it in the backfield, throws it wide to Axton Barrett, who puts boot to ball and gets a great kick all the way down. And is that a 50-22? I believe it is, Nick.
That is a huge play from Ben Axton Barrett. We can see the mistake coming in from Brazil. It is still wet here, although conditions are good
50-22
underfoot. But Ben Axton Barrett, it's a 50-22, and Hong Kong right on the front foot here.
Yeah, that's huge for the Hong Kong side. So 50-22 means they get the possession in this attacking line-out, which is right inside the Brazilian 22. Fantastic attacking platform to set the stage
Blue coming
early.
in. Thank you.
Lamb
Yep.
finds Sullivan.
Advantage. All is
They
right.
bring it down. McKinley West gets it to Tom Hill.
Penalty advantage 9.
Finds
14
Deteri.
wide, level back.
Deteri goes himself with a bit of space, does Deteri. Lauder gets it through to Axton Barrett, to Worley on the fullback, and Spanton out to the side, throws it back in. But the flag is raised, and it's into touch, but the advantage was being played, so the shooting brings them back.
Okay.
We see the
Okay,
danger
Josh.
of Nate Deteri through the middle.
Penalty
I
down
think
here.
today with this
Wide
big
the line
Brazilian
out.
pack, he is going to be a handful.
Line. Middle. Middle. Yeah.
Some strong collisions already.
Offside number
Guy
14.
Spanton here to play. Be interesting to see what they do here, Nick. They've got the opportunity to take an easy 3 points, but will they want to, whilst in this attacking position, continue the pressure? And it looks like they're doing
Clever.
exactly that as
Clever.
Deteri shapes
Timing.
to kick this one into
Timing,
touch.
Timing. That's that one, last one. Okay.
You'll be looking for another good throw here, Jack Sing Lam. Nerves will be settled.
Shit.
This is his first start for Hong Kong, China.
Some interplay there, and they look for the back of the line out through Sullivan. The maul is set well, and Lamb has got it at the back.
Fine.
They're starting to get a rumble on now, Hong Kong, China.
So moving forward.
And they're still going, and they're through, and he's over. Jack Sing Lam, in his first start for Hong Kong, China, has gotten over the white chalk with a fantastic try. That is sensational for Hong Kong, China.
I don't know if it's Jack Lam or Josh Herstich has come up with it. But
Either way, fantastic way to start this opening test match.
That is great pressure from Hong Kong China, and it all started back through the mistake from Brazil with Ben Axton-Barrett hitting the 50-22, and Hong Kong China opted to turn down the points and kick for the corner, and it has paid dividends with a 5-pointer.
Yeah, that's really good heads-up play, and it is Jack Lamb that gets over. So Lamb now has got 2 tries from his 2 matches with Hong Kong, a sensational strike rate, and Deteri does enough to get the extra 2. So it's 7 playing 0 for Brazil here with only 5 minutes gone.
Yeah, all the possession in the first 5 minutes has gone to Hong Kong. Brazil will be looking just to settle it down, get back in their end, start to play with the ball a little bit more.
As Amaral looks to get the restart underway. And he lobs that one high to Hurstich. Well taken on the 22.
Outside. Use it! 2!
Shaping to kick. Puts it to the skies.
Play.
Well taken there from Trankis. But met the good collision, and he's driven back nicely to the halfway. Good carry there from the number 8, Melo. Another big carry from Feria.
Hold.
And Brazil go to the boot through Amaral.
Play on, backwards.
The ball's bobbled around, but it's gone backwards onto the Hong Kong China side.
Use it.
Hurstich offloads it to Pryor.
Play.
But he gets through the collision well.
Oh, it's last week.
Lauder.
Thank you. Use
Shaping
it.
to go back onto the blind side to McNutt.
Use.
And they go to kick again. Hong Kong China putting a lot of pressure. Well taken though by the Brazilians, and they return the favour. But it doesn't find touch, and they throw that one to the fullback Worley with a bit of space, and he looks to get a bit of field possession again. And that is another 50-22 from the fullback. This is sensational from the Hong Kong China side.
50-22.
Yeah, Hong Kong China are really dominating the territory game here. Brazil just struggling a little bit to get out of their end.
You said 2 receiver. Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I had
that's
no
really
receiver.
good heads-up play from the back 3, Hong Kong China. As they get another attacking opportunity deep inside the Brazilian 22. Jackson Lamb gets it up to Sullivan. And he comes around the corner, Jackson Lamb, with a good pass off to the big Tom Hill. Lauder goes quickly, goes himself. Little ball pops over top, but it's knocked on, and it's into the hands of the Brazilians.
Okay,
All sorts of pressure on here for Brazil to get out.
Still knock-on advantage.
Of their own 22.
No advantage, knock-on.
Advantage not coming, so they're going to play the scrum, but still a great territory win from Hong Kong China. This will be quite interesting. The first scrum up here, Nick. The Brazilians, you could argue, got the wood over the Hong Kong China scrum in last week's test match. So it's going to be a very critical part of the game to get right for this brand new front row of Famitau, Lamb and Chapman.
Blocks in base.
Yes, this will be an interesting contest. The new Hong Kong front row will be looking to assert some dominance here. Brazil hoping to get a good exit and get out of their end and relieve a little bit of pressure.
Again. Again.
And just a little bit of
really more
reset needed.
Okay. Should break it on, please.
As you can imagine, in these conditions, it's going to be slippery underfoot, so getting the setup right is critical in these tight exchanges. In the Brazilian front row, Nelson, Wilton, Hebulo, the loose head prop from last week, has moved across into hooker position this week. So a versatile front rower showing his prowess. As we can see the contest there between Funny
Make
Tao
sure left of the
and
mark.
Hoshan.
Left of the mark, please. Okay, down here. Look on this side. I'm on my toe, please. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go.
And we must say the open exchanges have gone in favour of Hong Kong China so far. They're doing the little things right.
Crowds!
So let's see how they go in this first set piece contest at scrum time.
Keep it up!
That's a strong platform. And uses the call, so he has to get it away, and they look to carry it on the short side. Strong carry there from the big number 12, Tenorio. But there was a penalty in the clean-out from Hong Kong China, so Brazil get an opportunity to clear their own lines, and small errors there from Hong Kong China, letting the steam off Brazil.
Yeah, that'll disappoint Andrew Douglas. Hong Kong right on top there.
I get it.
And they've just given Brazil an easy out.
As Amaral boots that one just outside their 22. So not quite out of the danger area yet are Brazil, but they've got the put into the line out.
Yeah. 5+.
And it's Nelson with a strong throw to Gabriel Paganini. Gonçalves goes to the short side, finds Bastardi, the debutant. But he gets bundled into touch, and it's a penalty for collapsing at the back of the line out. So again, another small penalty in favour of Brazil, and they get to clear their lines once more.
Yeah, these are the little mistakes that crept into Hong Kong's game last weekend that Tranquez was able to capitalise on. So Hong Kong will be looking to get rid of that, recompose themselves, start again here at this line-out.
That's a better clearance from Amaral, bringing us to the Hong Kong 40-metre line. So first attacking possession for the Brazilians in the Hong Kong half.
5+.
As Nelson
10, 9, 10.
looks to get us underway.
Perfect.
And it's a good line-out take and a big carry there from Furia.
Yep.
Gonçalves gets it through to Paganini. Gonçalves back to his inside centre, Tenorio. A good carry there from Nelson. And it's Paganini again with a carry. Well taken in the close exchanges here. Brazil, a lot of one-off runners here from the Brazilian side, looking to break down this Hong Kong China defense in the close exchanges. Admiral goes to the line himself. Some good footwork there from Admiral. Gonçalves finds Segura. Small knock on there, but a penalty coming through from Brazil, and it is Tyler McNutt getting the penalty against him there. Now, we saw last week, Lucas Trenquez can bang these ones from anywhere in the Hong Kong half. Let's see what they choose to do here.
Let's go.
That's good discipline from Brazil. Number of phases, and they're just wearing the Hong Kong defence out. Hong Kong was holding strong. However, the number of phases, they just found a little crack. Offside, and they've banged it into the corner here. This is a good opportunity for Brazil.
Yeah, they're showing their intent here, not opting to go for the 3 points, but instead going to attack this Hong Kong China try line with a line out about 8 metres from the line. And it's not straight, is the call from Ferrucci. So it's going to be a Hong Kong China scrum. And China, Hong Kong China, Let one off there. The Brazilians won't be happy with that execution. That was a really important phase to get right in a great attacking opportunity. So Hong Kong China looking to set this scrum and get out of their own 22.
Yeah, that'll be disappointing for Brazil. Their first attacking opportunity here, and they've let it slip. Turn down 3 points. Big Tommy Hill's looking to have a big run here.
It's a great scrum there from Hong Kong China, and it is the loosehead prop Segura getting called for his angle. So the penalty goes for Hong Kong China, and an opportunity to get out of their 22 and win back some of that territory. There we see head coach of Hong Kong China, Andrew Douglas, who will have mixed emotions about the first 15 minutes of this test match. Hong Kong looking very strong with ball in hand, playing in the right areas of the field, but just a little lack of discipline has made it a little more difficult than it needs to be so far. There's Cafera, the Brazilian coach, also looking on as Jack Lamb finds his familiar target of Sullivan as they look to drive this one, Hong Kong China. Use it's the call. Lauder puts boot to ball, and it's well taken from Amaral, who returns the favour into the midfield, and it's Worley with a bit of space, and he looks to go Worley. Good footwork in the collision. No one to play half, so Higson Smith runs in and finds Famita. Higson Smith goes again, and it's quick hands across to Spanton, who does well to avoid the contact there, does Guy Spanton. Lauder finds Hurstich. Good running there from McKinley West. Axton Barrett with a little crossfield for Worley. And the ball sits up for Worley. And he throws it out the back door for McNutt.
No!
Sullivan looking to steady things up, does Sullivan. Deteri gets it to Chapman. And they go back on the blind side, does Hong Kong China. Axton Barrett meeting a massive collision there from Segura. And Hurstich tipping one across to Worley. And there's a bit of space here for Worley. And he flicks the ball up, but it's slightly gone forward off the hand of Tom Hill. But there's a bit of space down there for Worley, and Hong Kong China look dangerous.
They are looking dangerous, and that is a specialty of Matt Worley, the pace down the right edge there. I do love the little cross kick there by Ben Axton Barrett. The Hong Kong China team are really finding some holes in the back three of Brazil, so that'll just add to that, and that'll add and stick into the minds of the Brazilians.
Yeah, they're going to have to work on managing those areas of the field, because Hong Kong China really exploiting things in the backfield with a strong kicking game. As the Brazilians set a scrum here on their own 22. The scrum contest so far pretty even.
Bind!
As Gonçalves makes the feed, and it's a strong platform. But
Reset. Just twist.
just turning there is the call, so it's going to be a reset scrum to the Brazilians.
Okay.
Neither team showing dominance.
Let's move across. Move across. Yeah. Let's go.
A fantastic venue here. The first international rugby match to be played at this venue, which is right beside the brand new Kai Tak Stadium, which is the home of the Hong Kong China Rugby Sevens. Purpose-built stadium, looking very impressive as Famitau gets called for collapsing, and it's a penalty to the Brazilians. But you can see up front, it's hotly contested. So the Brazilians there get a chance to put this one down into Hong Kong China territory.
Yeah, that's another let off for Brazil. Again, Hong Kong China won't be happy with that. They are dominating territory here and they just need to stick with it. A bit more discipline may be required.
Yeah, just a few too many penalties creeping into the Hong Kong China game. They're doing a lot of things right, but it's very difficult if you're giving away those penalties. As Hebulo Nelson looks to get the ball in, and it's on the Brazilian side. Gonçalves gets it through to Faria, who's strong. The big number 8, Melo, with a strong carry. They go blindside. Nelson pops it across. Amaral finds his winger, Marinho, but crossing is the call, so it's a Hong Kong China penalty.
Yeah, you can if you want.
The flow of the game difficult to get into with all these penalties so far.
Yep.
Yeah, both teams taking a while to settle into this game. Nate Terry pops one down just outside the 22.
And another strong attacking platform here from Hong Kong China.
Stay there, mate.
It's Jack Lamb. Looks to find Kyle Sullivan once again, but it's a little bit messy, but Pryor cleans it up and gets it through. Tom Hill passes it through to Terry, who finds Hurstich, who's carrying well.
They're not gone there, first not gone line out.
But bobbled forward there from Hurstich, so they're going to go back to the knock-on in the line-out, and it will be a Hong Kong China scrum.
Scrum.
Just more space on bind.
Yeah.
More space on bind.
Especially this side, right?
Yeah, Thomas Hill back into the side this week. Brings a lot of experience, a lot of leadership to this Hong Kong China side. It's good to see him getting some big carries through the middle of the park.
Yeah, he shores up that inside centre position. He's a really strong attacking.
So make sure you keep bind also.
So
Yeah, I need you. I want you to keep bind. And yeah,
to mitigate that
okay,
threat,
back on.
leaving
Need more space.
outside.
Okay. We need more space. Right? Yeah. Bye back.
But a great attacking platform here for Hong Kong China. 35 metres out from the Brazilian try line.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Stop! Get it in. Get it in.
And that one bobbles forward. So it's going to be another reset here for Hong Kong China. And the early collisions at scrum time proving difficult. There's a lot of back and forth. Neither team getting dominancy so far. And you must say the conditions here being so wet underfoot make it difficult. But this is going to zap the legs of both forward packs. Hong Kong China with attacking threats all across this back line.
Set!
As Lauder looks to get it in. And it's an advantage to Hong Kong. Free ball to play with. Hill gets it to Terry with a massively wide pass to Spanton with some footwork. Puts it on the toe, does Spanton. But they're going to go back for the penalty.
Josh, in the middle, back line offside or scrum?
A penalty in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it.
You take? Okay.
Take a shot here.
Yeah?
So they have the option. 2 penalties there from the Brazilians. One at scrum time and one for the offside in the backfield. So they're going to take the offside in the backfield, which is right in front of the sticks. And Josh Herstich, the captain, points to the poles and says, we'll take the 3, please.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Back 10, back 10.
Well, Nate Deteri, he was the game day hero over in Brazil when these two sides meet last year, nailing the conversion from the sideline to give Hong Kong China the 1-point victory. He'll line this one up pretty straightforward. Wind at his back, about 30 out.
Wait. After. Yeah, you.
Deteri had been playing a lot at fullback, but moved into the 10 position for these last 2 test matches, and he bangs that one right over. So it is 10 plays nil down here at Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground. And probably the right call there to keep the scoreboard ticking over, keep the pressure on this Brazilian side, force them to play some rugby. As the scoreboard creeps up, it means that they're going to have pressure on them to score tries. They're going to have to come up with something here, Brazil, as Admiral looks to get us underway again. And it's taken by Spanton, who's met in a great collision. Strong here from the Brazilians. Good counter-rucking.
Ball's available. No, you're off your feet.
But Hong Kong China do enough to keep it on their side, and Famitau carries well, hard to put down. Famitau. Lauder gets it back to Deteri, who says, let's get this one off the park and settle things down a little bit. So we have a attacking line out for the Brazilians just outside the 22, and another strong platform from them to strike off.
6+.
It'll be interesting to see what Brazil do here. They have been rolling their big boys around the corner, just trying to wear Hong Kong China down.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're playing simple rugby, the Brazilians, but a great contest there from Hong Kong China, and they win the ball, and Spanton looks to clear. It's a great boot from Spanton. Punches that one right down past the 40 of the Brazilians. And the young winger doing really well.
No fall, just bounce out. Okay.
So Hong Kong China push them back. It's going to be another Brazilian line out, but this time deep in their own half.
1 minute, please.
Nelson
Well done.
goes to the front option. Consalves gets it to Admiral, who puts the high ball up. Spanton, safe underneath, returns the favour.
Hold on.
Well taken there from the Brazilians, who finds Tranquez.
2.
Gets it down to Deteri.
Keep going.
Deteri goes high.
Well done. You get anything? No, play on. Okay.
And these kicking exchanges are over as the Brazilian winger looks to make a good curry down the flanks. And Consalves gets it away. And Big Segura with a good offload finds his propping partner Blade. Out the back door, Admiral goes wide with it now. Tranquez gets it across to the big number 12, Tenorashi.
No, you can't. I can't advise you.
Segura, another strong carry from Segura. This is better from Brazil. Good phases. As the big captain has a nice carry. And it's Nelson. Going wide now, the Brazilians. A bit of footwork in the midfield from Machari.
Hands out, not enough.
Panganini. A bit of space there for the hooker, but he's met well in a good tackle from Mark Pryor. The captain, Gonzalo Diaz. Good line speed there from Hong Kong China. And a really good amount of work there from the Hong Kong China loose head prop, Fami Tao, getting over the ball with his teammate McKinley West to force the turnover.
That was a fantastic defensive set from Hong Kong China. They just keep pushing Brazil back. McKinley West, Famatau over the ball.
I've been really impressed with how Piers McKinley West has been playing in this series so far. He had an immense work rate last week. He had a lot of work to do, but he was up to the challenge. And that is the sort of critical turnovers that you need to get at test level. And it gets the Hong Kong China side all the way down into the Brazilian 22, and it's a quick line out. And it's out the back door to Terry. Pops the ball, but it goes into the Brazilian hands, and there's a bit of space here as they go. Machado. Machado's doing really well, and he finds Bastardi. Has he got the legs? And he does. He gets over the new man. Bastardi gets across the line. Really good work on debut from Trio Bastardi. He is a French-based player, but his grandmother is Brazilian, which makes him eligible for this team, and he does really well to score on debut.
Yeah, fantastic from Brazil. They took their opportunity. Hong Kong just looking to push a pass on the inside through the middle of the field. There, Nate Terry on to Guy Spanton, and Brazil pounce and go 80 metres under the post, and this really brings them back into the game.
So we can see it here, not quite what they needed, but it was great heads-up play from the centre, and just to get the little flick pass off the back, and really good work in the collision there from the new man Theo. It almost looked like Hickson Smith was able to chase him down, but not quite enough there, and the Brazilians strike back at a critical time, and it is 7 points, playing 10 to Hong Kong China, and things have really tightened up now, Nick.
Yeah, that's a big moment in this game. Hong Kong were really on the front foot. That was really against the run of play here, so they'll be just looking to compose themselves, settle them back into their work, and keep trying to control this territory.
Hong Kong China doing really well to put themselves in the right areas of the field, but those small mistakes proving quite detrimental for this team as De Terry gets us underway. Well taken and returned, but not out. Worley with a bit of space in front of him now is Worley. Finds Hurstich, who loves to carry the ball. Hurstich brings it up towards the halfway as McKinley West goes out the back door to De Terry, who gets the ball across, but unfortunately it went forward out of the hand, so we will be coming back for a Brazilian scrum.
Yeah, it was a good option from Hong Kong China, just going a touch forward, but they did break them down that right edge.
They are finding space there, but you must say the conditions with this slippery ball are really difficult, so small errors like that can creep into the game, so they need to keep things simple and play high percentage rugby if they want to keep improving in this contest.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Straight!
Gonçalves, good scrum here from the Brazilians.
Good contest, use! Ball's out.
And the little dink over the top from the Brazilians, and it pops up, and he gets it, and he flicks it back on the inside. Well taken there from Hickson Smith, but it's still all on here for the Brazilians. And they get it wide to their captain, Diaz, who's over the line, and Diaz scores in the corner. The Brazilians with a 1-2 punch.
Wow, this game is flipped on its head. Brazil, who had previously been getting stuck in that middle third, try the chip. Matt Worley had it covered. The wet ball popped out, and Brazil have pounced, and they are right back in this game.
Gonçalves with a heads-up play. A tough little knock there from the left side winger through to his captain, but is ruled to have gone backwards into the hand.
I got it, thank you.
And Diaz Jalado
20
does enough
seconds.
to get across the line. He has been a really important player for this Brazilian side. He played really well last weekend in the opening match
10
where the
seconds.
Brazilians won 23-10. Now it's worth noting, to win this series, Hong Kong China not only need to win this test match, but they need to win by 14 points or more, because it's going to come down to a points differential to see who is crowned champion in this autumn international series between Hong Kong China and Brazil. 35 minutes played, it's 12 playing 10 to the Brazilians. As we get underway, well taken there by the winger Mendrinho. Gonçalves gets it through to Claudio. Emerald
Sorry. Inside.
clears nicely, does Emerald. And it's going to be a Hong Kong China line out on the 40. And they need to have an answer to this Brazilian onslaught.
5+.
Yeah, 5 to play. I think Hong Kong China will look to find Hurstich in the midfield, crash it up, work down into their own end.
Big Tom Hill gets it to Dateri, who's met in a good collision. Dateri
No! Use.
going back down to the blind side, a little interplay, and it's through out to the wide channels with Jack Lamb showing some footwork.
Advantage offside. Back.
Advantages the call, so it's free ball here for Hong Kong China as Famitau takes it into the collision. Hurstich pulls it out the back to Axton Barrett, who finds Tommy Hill,
Play.
who gets the offload away,
Still got
and the
advantage.
little chip goes through there from Axton Barrett. Spanton running onto this one,
Advantage over.
and the
Advantage over.
Brazilian 10 Amaral isn't able to take control of that, so it barrels
Advantage
into the
over.
touchline,
Line out.
and it is a hot attacking line out here for Hong Kong China. A critical point in this game, Nick.
Yeah, that was another great kick from Ben Axton Barrett. Puts Hong Kong in great position here. 3.5 to go in the first half. Jack Sing Lam's going to have to get the throw just right.
As we can see, Tyler McNutt just getting some running repairs, cooling things down here for Hong Kong China, giving them some time to take a breath, get set, and launch this attack. As Lamb gets the little shift drive across, and it's set well here from Hong Kong China. Guy Spanton throws his body weight into the mixer as Lamb gets the ball at the back.
Yeah, fine. You're fine. You're
Lauder,
fine. You're fine. Through the middle.
it's taken nicely through the middle there by Brazil, but it bobbles up for Hong Kong China, and Lauder cleans nicely. Lamb has to go in for halfback, finds his propping partner, Famita. And the advantage again to Hong Kong China. As Hill gets a little offload out the back, but it's messy, so they're going to come back for the penalty.
Yep, thank you.
It's a lucky escape for Hong Kong China. Brazil came through the middle of that maul and actually got the turnover, but it was Jamie Lauder who managed to rip the ball free back in Hong Kong China's favour, and they've managed to come out of that with a penalty.
Offside.
As we see Tyler McNutt once again going down,
Okay, but just discipline.
and
You. Number
not
one,
sure,
okay? Discipline. Close to the ball.
but he is back on his feet. He looks all right now. I'll be interested to see what Hong Kong China do here this close to halftime. Do you look and get the secured 3 points to put them back ahead, or while you're down here hot on attack, do you roll the dice, take it to the corner, and unleash
water's
that
out,
driving
Max.
maul again?
Water's out.
Yeah, well, I think myself and the fans want to see them go for the corner, but I think I've just spotted Josh Hurstich pointing towards the post, so...
Yeah, test match footy, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take the high percentage play, 3 points to Terry, 22 metres out, leading in here to half-time. And it's good from Deteri, and Hong Kong China back in front, 13 points, playing 10 with only 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, they'll be looking to get a good exit here, Hong Kong China. Build it back, put Brazil back into that middle third.
Those all-important points just before the halftime whistle going the way of Hong Kong China. Admiral gets us underway, and he puts it down to the 22, but Hurstich takes it nicely. Lauder gets it across to Kyle Sullivan.
Inside. No. Ball's available. Use it!
Use it's the call. They're going to create some length at this ruck and put in the box kick.
Access.
Good chase here from McKinley West, but Trenquez is up to the challenge. Little dummy and go there from the number 8 Marlov. Finds Paganini in the midfield. Goes back again to the open side flanker, Claugio. And they put a big up and under, do Brazil. Lauder slips out of his hands, but Worley is there to clean it up and punches that one back down into the Brazilian half. Admiral puts a kick through, but Worley charges. And it looks like Hill has done enough to rip it away, and Hickson Smith has got the pill on the Hong Kong China side. Hotly contested here, but the halftime hooter has gone. So they're going to go to the sheds for a spell, but 13 playing 12, and both sides have showed great promise here, Nick. Hong Kong China just getting the edge there in the last minutes of this opening half, but it's all on to play for here in the second 40.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong China, although only up by 1, will be happy with that first half. They dominated long periods of that 40 minutes, and then Brazil just taking a couple of opportunities to get a couple of tries in there, but this is going to be a monumental second half, 13-12.
And don't go anywhere, as we will be right back after this halftime break with the second half of this international test match between Hong Kong China and Brazil. As we take a quick look here at the highlights from the opening 40, and it's Hong Kong China hot on attack here, 4 minutes into the game, as a really strong driving maul from the Hong Kong China side sees Jackson Lam get over for the first try of this test match.
And Brazil here take their opportunity. Deteri looking for the inside ball. And it is that man, Masari, breaking through. And Bastidi under the post to put Brazil back into the game.
Yeah, it was really good heads-up play here from Brazil. Hong Kong China hot on attack, but look at the silky skills there out the back door. And the young French Brazilian winger does enough there to get them under the sticks. Really strong there from Brazil. And here's the Brazilian second try, which came off a little kick that they put through. But great heads-up play to shift the ball quickly. Gonzalez does well to go down the short side, gets it across to his captain, who barrels across there for the Brazilian second try.
On me. No, 60 seconds. 30 seconds to go.
Hong Kong China 13, Brazil 12, and we will be back with you very shortly.
HSBC Hong Kong Sevens.
我哋再多一次感謝今日嚟臨嘅各位球迷入場支持今日嘅比賽。喺呢度想作出一個溫馨嘅提示：當各位嚟場嘅時候，可以有秩序地按照我哋嘅工作人員指示離開。而預備搭港鐵嘅觀眾，可以離開啟德青年運動場後，向左行前，去到最近嘅港鐵數碼。A reminder that at the end of today's match, please follow the staff's directions for the all-league departure. For those looking to take the MTR home, please keep left after exiting the ground and head to the Sunwon Toy Station. 我哋亦都想借呢個機會，再次感謝對中國香港欖球會嘅一眾贊助商 Castle、國泰航空、匯福、DHL。亦都多謝 Amber 為我哋球員提供救護車。Let's give a huge shout out to the incredible sponsors who make these days Hong Kong China Rugby possible: Castor, Cafe, HSBC, DHL. Special thanks to Amber, our ambulance services provider, and of course ATSP, the new home of Hong Kong sport and entertainment. 哇，剛剛嘅比賽十分之精彩啊！我哋再一次多謝匯豐欖球體驗同埋國泰保良挑戰欖球計劃嘅青少年。Let's give a big shout out to the kids from HSBC's Troy Rugby Cafe's Home Cook Tackling Life program. Well played.我哋再一次感謝各位球迷今日入場支持，再一次作出一個溫馨提示：離場嗰陣時可以有秩序咁依照我哋嘅工作人員指示離開。準備乘搭港鐵嘅觀眾可以離開啟德青年運動場後向左行，行到最近港鐵嘅宿舍。
End of today's match. Please follow the staff's directions to ensure an orderly departure. For those looking to take the MTR, please keep your left out next to the ground and head to the Songwon Toy Station.
And welcome back to the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground for the second half of this international test match between Hong Kong, China and Brazil. The first half had plenty of action with both teams crossing the white line. The Brazilians getting a couple of very classy tries and the Hong Kong China driving maul getting their try across the line. But in the open exchanges, neither team have been completely dominant. Hong Kong China are up by 1 point, leading this test match 13-12. But Nick, all to play for here in the second 40.
Yeah, both teams will be looking to capitalise on a first half. Hong Kong China did dominate territory and possession, although Brazil capitalised on their opportunities.
And there is a change here from the Hong Kong China side with Tyler McNutt leaving the field, making way for the big ball carrying Luke Vanderschmidt. And Hickson Smith does well there off the kickoff to contest that, but it lands on the Brazilian side. And a strong carry there in the midfield from the open side flanker, Claugio. As a little offload goes through to the captain, Diaz.
Pull away.
As a box kick gets put in, and it's Walling who does well to get under the high ball. Lauder finds McKinley West. Good in contact, West.
Taken in.
De Terry shifts it wide to the new man, Vanderschmidt.
No! Use!
Lauder gets it deep to De Terry, who puts up the bomb for Worley to chase. Well done by Worley to bounce it back, but it goes into the hands of Diaz.
Use it! Perfect counter.
Good counter ruck there from Hong Kong China.
Yep.
And they flood the ruck to Hong Kong China. It's in the back there for Worley. Lauder gets it to McKinley West. And the advantage for Hong Kong China. De Terry pings that one across but wants the penalty. And Farushi calls the penalty right in the middle of halfway. And Hong Kong China looking dominant in the open exchanges.
Sania Famatau dominating that ruck. Getting possession back for Hong Kong. Nate De Terry is going to have a little shot at the goal here.
And that's exactly the opening that Hong Kong China would be looking for. Higson Smith did well off the chase, made it messy for the Brazilians. Hong Kong China opting for that short kickoff to apply pressure, and it's worked in their favour with a pretty difficult kick, but it's right in front of the sticks, well within the range for De Terry. De Terry does enough to get it over the poles, and it is 16 playing 12, exactly the start that the home side would be looking for.
Yes, that is the exact start that Andrew Douglas's men were looking for. Some good impact there from Luke van der Schmidt through the middle. But as I mentioned, Sania Famatau getting that turnover.
Really impressive counter ruck, and their whole pack flooded into that one to get the turnover for Hong Kong China. But it's Emerald who gets us underway again. Well taken there from the captain, Herstich. Lauder box kicks once again. It's worked well for them so far, but well taken there from the Brazilian winger. And Tranquez puts the ball high, but Worley is there to take it, and a bit of space here for Worley as he puts it onto the toe, but it's well covered there from the centre, Machado. As the Brazilians go down the blind. And the big man, Segura.
Stop!
Kicked again there from Zar Tranquez. A good crossfield.
Across the chest.
Diaz. Carrying well is Diaz, the captain. Out the back, the Brazilians looking for some width, some dancing feet there from the fullback, but met well by Luke van der Schmidt.
Use it!
Little offload there to Feria.
Missed it.
The big tight head prop, Blade, throwing his weight around. Well taken there from Paganini.
Yes, man, he got it!
But it's a turnover from Hong Kong China and Pryor. Finds Herstich, who throws a wide ball across to De Terry, who bangs this one down into the Brazilian half. And there's a bit of open real estate there. But Tranquez gets it across to Admiral, who bangs that one out and settles things down up around the halfway.
Yeah, both teams settling into the second half. Brazil looking dangerous. They've got some big men through the middle there, but Hong Kong defense holding strong. Jack Lamb will be looking to throw this one in.
Hong Kong are meeting this physicality, which is working really well for them. They're also doing a lot better in the kicking exchange than they did from last week. That was their downfall in the opening test match, but they've obviously learnt their lesson, and they're playing in the right areas of the field, as we see Jackson Lamb find his locking partner, Mark Pryor, but unfortunately that one is just quite not straight. And we're playing by the traditional international rules where if it's not contested, it doesn't matter. So the not straight is the call, and it will be a scrum for the Brazilians. As we see a couple of new men come on for Brazil. Ferreira up front into the front row, as well as Souza Brian making his way onto the flank.
Let's go.
A really hotly contested facet of the game in the first half. Let's see how we go with this opening scrimmage. And it's a strong platform from the Brazilians. They do really well here, the Brazilians.
Ball's out.
The ball is out. And it gets checked through, but they had the advantage from scrum time, so that's a victory for the Brazilians. They've done well there up front.
No stay square, blue.
Yeah, a couple of fresh men in the front row there for Brazil.
No stay square. Clearly wide.
It's always
Pushing forward,
so
first
difficult when you've had 40 minutes in your legs to go up against a couple of fresh front rowers. So I'd imagine the Hong Kong China side will be looking at the likes of Cinnamon and the new debutant Holmes to come in and shore up those front row exchanges. As we see Ben Donald come onto the field for the Brazilians. Born in England, raised in Brazil, and then grew up and played most of his rugby in New Zealand. He had a great opening test at Ben Donald. So they'll be looking to get the rolling maul going here as the Brazilians. And it's a strong opening maul here from the Brazilians. They're marching down the field. Real momentum here for the Brazilians, and they've got the advantage, and they're over the line, and it's the new man, Ferreira, getting across the line for a try. He scored in the opening test, and now he's got another one.
Great impact off the bench from Brazil. Hong Kong just getting a little lost there. Struggling with the power of the Brazil front row.
The Brazilians unloading their bench really early, and it's paid dividends for them so far. This is a fantastic driving maul, and it's from a long way out, but they did really well to just continually pump those legs and get themselves across the line. Really well done from the Brazilian side.
Morgan, can you give me a 20 seconds warning? I lost the time.
Yeah.
Ferreira really strong in those close exchanges.
20, thank you.
As we see Lucas Zar Trenques get his first opportunity here at the polls. Had an immaculate kicking performance last week, but this one just pushing it across the face. So the Brazilians are up now 17 points to 16.
Yeah, again, a couple of easy piggyback penalties from Hong Kong, just getting Brazil into their half, and then once they're in there, those big men get to work.
But Deteri goes quickly, and Higson Smith does really well with the chase and manage to barrel Mashari across the touchline, so it will be a Hong Kong line-out.
Okay, split up, let's go. Set up.
Great attacking platform here from Hong Kong.
Set up.
They'll look to get this one into their key line-out drivers of Sullivan and Pryor.
Let's go.
Great ball.
And it's McKinley West, actually, who takes that as Hurstich gets it out the back. Hill gets smacked, but Deteri cleans it up nicely.
Good.
Lauder to Famadao. Met in a big collision from Donald.
Hughes.
Vanderschmidt. Bit of footwork there from Vanderschmidt. Spins out a one.
Holder.
Hurstich. Little pop there to Hill.
Don't push him in. It's clear trapping.
And Deteri looks to find a bit of space again. Trenques
Wait, keep coming.
does nicely to get that one off the park and bring the play just up to the 40.
Clearly trapping.
Yeah, they were happy with that Brazil. It was a good little kick by Terry. They managed to get themselves out of danger. Hong Kong just getting stuck in that middle third a little bit. Some good defence by the big Brazilians.
And Keelan Chapman is off the field, and the big Zacchaeus Cinnamon is coming into the tight head prop position. As Lamb
Great ball.
gets it
Knock
back
on.
to Pryor, but it's a knock on from the
Taking
Brazilians. They've got the advantage in Spanton. Looking for contact is Spanton.
Knock on advantage. Rodrigo. Knock on.
No advantage there for Hong Kong China, so we're going to go back to a scrum. And they've got the new man, Zach Cinnamon, to pack down here at tight head. So the front row of Famitau, Lamb and Cinnamon, very familiar, playing all their rugby together for local club Sandy Bay. There'll be a lot of pressure as we see the rain barreling down on these two packs.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Hold! Balls away!
In and out there from Hong Kong China, and they get it through to Axton Barrett. Spanton looping around, Worley. Bit of space goes out to Hickson Smith, and he's got a little bit. He puts it on the toe, and it gets well covered there from Trenques, and Trenques puts it back down on the full, but he's within his 22, so play comes down to the halfway.
Yeah, another good escape from Brazil. I don't know if that was the right option by Hickson Smith. He had some men inside him. Maybe take contact and just build this pressure. Hong Kong need to get back into the game, back into some good territory, and just keep building.
Hong Kong China looking dangerous with ball in hand. They have a lot of attacking threats, so they need to use them. But Guy Spanton in the backfield is taking a knee.
Yeah, committed.
Looks like he might have taken a bit of hit there in that last collision. But good to see he's back on his feet as we look to get play back underway.
What is that? Wait. Time on.
As Lamb gets the ball in there. And unfortunately, slightly not straight there from Jack Lamb. Very difficult conditions as the rain starts coming down even harder here at the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground.
Let's get set.
The opening scrum there,
Get set.
pretty hotly contested. But this time, a Brazilian put in.
Crouch!
As you see,
Bind!
Gonçalves looking to put this one in.
Keep it up.
And it's one against the tight head. Really good work there from Hong Kong China. And they look to put some width on this one, and it gets out to Spanton, who gets met at a big tackle, but advantage played, and Vanderschmidt offloads it to Sullivan.
Inside.
But the Brazilian backline a little bit too eager and caught themselves offside.
Go on the 10.
And there's the impact from the experience of Zach Cinnamon coming on, winning the tight head.
Then back line offside.
Yeah, it's really important part of the game here, and it gives Hong Kong China the opportunity to sneak ahead once again through the boot of Terry.
I'm good, thank you.
Four from four so far, Nate Terry. He's had a great game on the boot. This one about 40 out, just to the right of the post.
And it is good from Dicteri, putting the home side ahead. 19 points, plays 17. And we are going back and forth down here at the Kai-Tak Youth Sports Ground. It's a real contest, and we've got everything to play for in the final quarter of this test match. As we see Admiral get us underway again with a high restart. Well taken from Spanton, but he's met in a massive hit, and it's way too early. So that's just not good enough. And Farushi blasts the whistle, and it's going to be a penalty to Hong Kong China.
I think he could be in trouble here, Farushi.
Space, please.
Yeah, clearly got his timing wrong there. It's the new man, lateral.
Thank you.
To Sade, putting in that shot. Not a lot of arms in that context either.
22.
But hopefully, Guy Spanton is all right.
Yeah.
They're just doing the mandatory checks to make sure he's okay.
It's
and he's back on his feet.
In there.
He's a pretty tough one, is Spanton.
So it's going to be
he's very good under the high ball. He did really well to take that confidently.
Just wait.
It's a yellow card there for lateral, so he will be spending the next 10 minutes on the sideline. So Hong Kong will be looking to capitalise on this. Good news, Guy Spanton is up back on his feet.
Thank you.
He's a tough bloke.
Thanks.
So 15 men play 14. Hong Kong China with a penalty kick to push this one into the Brazilian half and set themselves up for a strong attacking platform.
Lines. Just wait. Coming in.
Sub.
Sorry,
White 7 off.
White 7.
Off.
7.
As we see Clausio leave the field. And coming onto the field is Dalakwa.
He's in. Okay, time back on.
We also have some movement on the Hong Kong bench. The debutant James Holmes is starting to warm up.
Good ball.
Alongside the old head, Jamie Pincock.
Hold on.
Good little kick across, and it's flooded through, and Ben Axton Barrett has got the ball with a whole lot of space, and men around him find Spanton into the corner, and Spanton with a try! How good is that? Hong Kong China are right back in this contest with a fantastic try in the corner down here at Kai-Tak Youth Sports Ground. Sensational!
Take a bow, Ben Axton Barrett again through the middle. Guy Spanton, I don't think he was hurt at all.
This is really good heads-up play, and Ben Axton Barrett doing so well to pick up that loose ball and find his open side winger there. Guy Spanton, what a way to retaliate from Hong Kong China.
I like from Hong Kong China too, the numbers pushing through. They had multiple numbers. Luke van der Schmidt was also there.
That's exactly what the home side needed to get right back in this test match and take control of this second 40. Dicteri from the sideline.
Yep.
And he does it. Dicteri puts on the extra 2, and it's all Hong Kong China now in 56 minutes gone in this test match. 26 plays 17.
We will just recap that this is a 2-match test series. Currently, before this match, Brazil are up points differential by 13, so Hong Kong China do need to win by 14 to win the series.
Admiral gets us underway again, and Dicteri gets that one nicely. Van der Schmidt finds a bit of space with a good right foot step. Lauder gets that one back to Dicteri, who punches it into the Brazilian half.
Off the foot.
Off the foot there from the fullback Trankis. He goes to the skies.
Thank you.
And it's Van der Schmidt, well taken. and well returned with a massive bump off is Vanderschmidt.
No!
Hong Kong China
Play
finding
on,
some real
balls,
momentum.
reset.
Lauder gets it to big man Cinnamon, who goes up right down into the front channels, and Vanderschmidt getting to a lot of work off the benches.
Ball's
Vanderschmidt
available.
out the back
Yep.
to Deteri. His kicking game really strong today. Trenkes gets it away to Emerald, who punches that one back down into
50-22
the
is
Hong
on.
Kong China half. But is it inside or outside of the 22?
That's
And the
okay.
call from Morgan White is that it's outside. It's not going to be a 50-22.
Yeah, that's a lucky escape from Hong Kong China. About 1 metre outside the 22, but I'm very impressed with Nate Terry controlling proceedings. Controlling territory for Hong Kong China. They don't have to overplay their hand. They're in control of this game.
Outside.
Lamb gets that in, but the Brazilians do really well defensively in that line out, and it's the big man Faria who carries.
No! Use.
Gonçalves back to Donald. Big collision there from the debutant James Holmes.
It's a rack. Thank you.
Faria for another carry. Emerald gets met by
Knock on.
West. Axton Barrett puts a little chip in, and it's rolling through. And this one is a 50-22 as well.
50-22.
That is absolutely sensational from Ben Axton Barrett. The 50-22s have been on fire today.
We have seen some incredible kicking here. Ben Axton Barrett again. That is a magic boot.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Let's go.
Ben Axton Barrett doing really well to control the kicking game and the territory battle for Hong Kong China.
The experience of Jamie Pincock rather, on now on the line out.
Sullivan,
Backwards.
a little bit messy, but it's gone backwards.
Knock on.
Actually forwards off Brazil, so it's advantage
Knock
to
on
Hong
advantage.
Kong China.
No advantage. Knock on.
They're going to go back to the original knock-on from Brazil, so it is a Hong Kong China scrum and still hot on attack.
Time off.
The captain, Josh Hurstich, looks like he's got a little bit of cramp there in the calf. As you can imagine, in these wet conditions, very heavy underfoot.
Yeah, and if we look behind us here, it is getting dark at Kai Tak Youth Sports Park. The rain is well and truly on its way.
No, he's in a scrum, so we can't, yeah.
The conditions have been really challenging so far, with both James Holmes and Hurstich getting running repairs. But Hurstich is back on his feet, and so is Holmes.
Let's go.
So we're ready
Mark's here.
to get things back underway
Gents, Mark's here.
as Holmes looks for his first scrum in international footy.
Knock on.
Let's go, boys!
Let's go.
And you've got to say here, Nick, the momentum so far is going the way of the home side, and you can see the crowd getting right in behind this Hong Kong China team.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
And it's a strong platform there from Hong Kong as Lauder gets it away to Hill. Vanderschmidt, footwork. Good meters after contact from Vanderschmidt.
6 wide offside.
Advantage.
And the advantage is played. Worley gets it across to Hickson Smith, and a bit of space here for Smith.
Hold. Counter like this.
Lauder.
Legal.
Gets met by Admiral, but the advantage, nothing coming from it. So for Shrushi, double blast the whistle and wants to have a chat.
Yeah, this is good press from Hong Kong China.
By you. By offside.
Brazil's
Okay.
starting
No, I understand. But
to have some penalties creep in, just some errors creeping into their game here.
Clearly offside number 6.
Yeah.
They still have a man in the bin
high, especially close to the goal
for the
line.
next 2 minutes.
So I need you guys to change behavior. Okay? Clear? Thank you.
But it will be interesting to see what Hong Kong trying to do. Will Nate Tatiri take another shot?
And then on the 15.
On the 15, sorry, 10.
Barushi not happy with the number of penalties that Brazil are giving
Replay it.
here
Okay?
in the Brazilian half, and Hong Kong China look to put their foot on the throat, and they're gonna kick it down into the corner and unleash this driving maul.
This is a big throw by Jack Lamb.
Coming in. Yeah.
We can give a shout out to his parents,
Just get upset
Alan and
like.
Lisa Lamb, tuning in from Cornwall, England.
Come on.
He's had a
Coming in.
fantastic game. His first start for Hong
Yeah.
Kong China. Got
Come
it
up,
down early in
come
the
up.
match. This is a big moment for him and the
go.
Hong Kong China side.
Yeah.
Sullivan takes it well, and the maul is set.
Good. Yeah, to the mark.
The ball
Hold
back
on.
with Lamb, and they march forward.
Yeah, fine. He's fine.
Good here from Hong Kong China. They need to be able to get the ball back, and it's collapsed. Unplayable's the call. So really good work there from the
Unplayable.
Brazilians to nullify that Hong Kong attack, and it's going to be a Brazilian scrum.
Scrum. Let's go.
Yeah, great work through the middle there. Bahira getting his hands on the ball.
That's where those boots.
Bahira has done really well since coming off the bench on this contest, scoring that really clutch driving maul try early in the first half, and then coming away with a critical turnover.
A couple more changes for Hong Kong China have come through. Jack Coombs, number 21, has come on as halfback to replace Jamie Lauder. Jamie Lauder had a great game. And it also looks like Mateo Avatabali
Yeah. Time back.
has also come on.
Now. Michael. Come on, let's go, bud. Good. Good now.
Yeah, Coombs will be looking to continue this momentum that Hong Kong have been building
Crouch.
as we get a really good close look at these tight exchanges.
Sit. Too many.
Free kick going to the Brazilians,
instability.
and they'll look to settle this down, play the territory, and
Too
boot
much
this one
instability. Let's go.
down towards the Hong Kong side.
It's up it.
Yeah, with those changes, Avatabale has moved to fullback, Matt Worley onto the right wing, and that has pushed Charles Higgins-Smith over to the left wing to make way for Guy Spanton coming from the
Stay
field.
there, White. Stay.
Lamb looking to find Pincock, but it bobbles and goes forward there, so advantage for the Brazilians, and it's Ferreira with a strong carry. Gets it through to the try scorer, Ferreira.
Play on.
Good footwork there from the inside centre, Tenorio.
None. Yeah, play. Off the foot. All off the foot.
Off the foot, so it's play on is the call, and Higgins-Smith gets the ball. Coombs to Vanderschmidt, pulling it out the back to Axton Barrett, who puts another little kick in and finds real estate once again.
Goal line.
This one rolling a little bit too far, and it's going to be a goal line dropout for the Brazilians.
Still not a bad result there for Hong Kong. We're looking to get the ball back around the 40, set an attacking platform.
Let's go.
They're not out of danger yet, are the Brazilians, as Zart Trenkes bangs this one down, and it's Higgins-Smith who collects it, throws a massive ball across to Vanderschmidt, who only knows one direction, and that's forward. Good collision in the midfield from Vanderschmidt.
Don't touch him.
De Terry, Hill,
Play.
Axton Barrett, Worley with a bit of space, Worley, and a little chip over top. And the bounce is just away from Worley, and it's a small knock on there for the Hong Kong team, so Brazil have the advantage.
Still knock on advantage. That's Rigo. Knock on.
It was all on there for Hong Kong, but Worley not quite able to pull that one in. But the bounce of the rugby ball does that sometimes.
15 off, right, 15 off.
Right, 15.
Great hands by Hong Kong China on the right edge. Matt Worley with the chip. He almost had too much time. And a small knock on. They want to keep applying this pressure on the Brazilian and try and trap them down here in their own half.
No, we play. Let's go, Nathan. Let's go.
Zach Cinnamon looks to be in a little bit of trouble, but the ref's wanting to get things moving on here.
The front row player needs to be looked after, especially coming into scrum time.
Time off.
So they're going to turn the time off and give Zach his repairs. Probably good here to have a breather. There's a lot of action so far. We've got 15 minutes left in this test match. Hong Kong up by 9 points, but we'll be looking for that extra try that will win them this autumn international series.
Yes, and as you can see, the rain is really coming down now. No signs of lightening up. It's going to make a slippery last 15 minutes of this test match.
Right, let's go. Keep going.
Go, Zachy. Come on, Holmesley. Holmesley's been going for 60 minutes. Let's have him. Come on, let's go.
It's a really important set piece to get right here for Brazil.
Crouch!
Big 12, big 12.
Bind! Set! Stop!
Yep, it's a good platform, and Diaz carries off the back. Met in a strong collision from Hill.
Yes. Stop,
Admiral gets that one down.
Yep.
Into about the 40.
Yep.
As this rain keeps pumping down here
That's yours.
at the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground.
Thanks, yep. Yeah.
Fantastic facility. The ground's still holding up nicely. But conditions are really challenging as Jack Lamb looks to find Sullivan. It's fine, and it comes down on the Hong Kong half.
Use.
Coombs gets it to De Terry, offloads it to his captain Hurstich. Back to McKinley West.
Stay down. Thank you. I'm not backwards.
Bobbled but backwards. Play on is the call.
Yep.
And De Terry gets it, and he's got a lot of space, and the man outside, Axton Barrett with the ball, back through to De Terry, and he's going all the way. He's crawling to the line, and it's a good pass, and it's Worley in the corner for Hong Kong China. That's huge.
Listen to that crowd, Hong Kong China. Matt Worley.
He doesn't know how to keep away from the try line, this guy. That was really good play there from De Terry, finding a bit of space and then linking up with his centre, Axton Barrett. Let's look at it again here. Really good here from De Terry, finds the open man, but Axton Barrett back on the inside, and De Terry slides all the way towards the line, almost could go himself, but Coombs with fantastic heads-up play, and you're not stopping Worley that close to the line.
Yeah, we must mention there was good discipline by Nate De Terry not to reach out. It would have been very tempting.
20.
Took his time, composure, and Matt Worley finishes off.
Thank you.
Yep.
And he does it again for an extra 2 points, bringing the score 33 Hong Kong to Brazilians 17. That's huge for Hong Kong, and it puts them outside that critical 14 points to win this Autumn International Series, so they've got to keep this margin.
Yeah, Brazil will be looking to just ease back into this game. This last 15 minutes with a man down, they've really been under the pump, but they're back to 15 now.
Backwards!
As Avatabile
Inside.
clears his lines and bangs that one down towards the halfway.
Great exit, Hong Kong, China. It'll be interesting to see what Brazil do here. Do they look to go to the air in this middle third, or are they going to get those big boys punching through the middle?
Looks like the end of the night for Jack Lamb, as we see Johnny McCormick Houston coming off the bench to bring all his experience to this Hong Kong China front row. And Fajera gets called for not straight, and the momentum has truly shifted towards Hong Kong China.
It's great to see Johnny McCormick Houston out there. A late call-up yesterday. A few of the Hong Kong boys going down with a tummy bug. Coming out of retirement. And let's see how he can go in that first scrum.
Strong attacking opportunity here from Hong Kong China on the halfway. They'll need to get this platform right first. As we see Cinnamon getting into his work.
Balls away.
And it's out. Coombs clears that nicely to De Terry, who finds Aston Barrett back to Hill. Gets it across there to the new man. And it's out to Hickson Smith.
Play on, nothing. Play on.
Vanderschmidt cleans it up nicely. Goes forward, does Vanderschmidt. Coombs finds Pincock. Show and go is Pincock.
Let it go.
Playing with some real enterprise now. Avatabile holds on to it and gets a bit of space. Really strong over the ball though there from the Brazilians, and it's a penalty. Some real good attacking rugby there from Hong Kong China. And a massive kick from Admiral. This is a critical part of the game as Brazil get their first attacking opportunity in a while in the Hong Kong half. Fajera will be needing to get this one in nice and straight to launch a platform for his backline. Well taken there from Sullivan. Great defensive line out there from Hong Kong China. McKinley West. Been through a truck ton of work today, has McKinley West. Coombs shaping to box kick.
Access.
Well taken by Admiral. But a great counter ruck from Hong Kong, and the ball's bubbling everywhere.
Nothing clear.
And they're going to play on is the call, and it's Lucas, the substitute prop. But not rolling is the call, and it's a penalty for Brazil. And things are heating up down here as we can see how much this match means to both sides.
Yeah, a little bit of messy play there, but it was a great counter ruck by Hong Kong China. Luke Vanderschmidt comes steaming in.
Time up, please.
But it was right down in front of us. I think it was Mashira
over there
who picked that ball up. I think he had a foot in touch there, Ashton.
Clever. 8. Sorry, 6. Come here. Josh.
And what a fantastic crowd, and they're getting everything they paid for down here at Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground. It's a fantastic contest with the home side up 33 points to 17 with 10 to go.
Yep. Okay? Yep. No more. Thank you. Back over there.
As we get a good look here at the truly impressive stadium that has been purpose-built for test matches just like this one. As Admiral looks to get this down into the Hong Kong half with a really strong kick, putting them about 15 metres outside the Hong Kong line.
Hey, mark the middle, mark the middle.
6, receiver.
Can expect these big Brazilian boys to go to work here. Hong Kong are going to have to match up.
Thrower on the mark, coming in.
Such a critical moment in this test match. They find Donald at the front of the line out.
Use!
Great work, Hong Kong.
The header goes himself. Gets it through to Lateral, who's running straight.
Hands out!
Up off the line, go!
The captain, Diaz, going to work.
No!
Strong there from Marino. Back to Diaz. The Brazilians, just one-off runners, carrying strong, building phases. Finding the big tight head prop again is Marino.
Well done. Yes.
And so ball gets bobbled up onto the Hong Kong side. It's Avetabile with some space. Avetabile, he's doing well, but he's all alone. But he finds his support, and the clean is good. Coons puts boot to ball and bangs that one down to the Brazilian half. And getting back there is Tenrio. But he's taken well by the big lock, Jamie Pincott, and Donald bobbles it forward, and Hill collects it, pops it up to the new man Holmes.
No.
Big counter ruck there, but the advantage isn't coming the way of Hong Kong China, so they will reset with a scrum here for Hong Kong China. But fantastic work from the young man Mateo Avetabile to get them out of danger there.
Let's go, Max here.
He had options there, but he backed himself, young Mateo. I like to see that from a young kid.
Let's go.
Great kick by Jack Coombs, putting Hong Kong right into the Brazilian half. And they have a platform here to work from to try and capitalise on this lead.
Hong Kong China doing really well in those kicking exchanges in this test match, and it's proven the difference right now.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Hold! Yes.
Ball in. Coombs plays it away. Deteri. Miss pass. Axton Barrett puts a little chip in for Worley, and there's a bit of space there for Worley. He's in the corner. How good is that? Matt Worley for a double.
And again, we're going to talk about the magic of the Blues. Nate Deteri puts one through. They may check this upstairs. He was flirting with that touchline.
That was sensational work. Off a quick scrum, Coombs goes blindside, and it's the boot again of Axton Barrett once more, proven to pay dividends, and that's a clean set of heels for Worley. It's try time in the corner.
20 seconds now, Morgan.
Now 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Sorry, it is another assist
20
for Ben Axton Barrett. He is having the game of games here for Hong Kong China. Nate Deteri looking to make it 7 from 7.
This is a difficult one here, Nick. Right on the touchline. And Deteri just pushing that one to the right. So it will stay 38 playing 17 down here at Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground. But it's opening up now, and Hong Kong China are grabbing this one by the neck, and they are showing real dominance.
Yeah, it's important to note that they've now pushed them 7 points clear on aggregate for this autumn series.
5 minutes to play. as Amaral looks to get us away for the closing minutes of this test match. As Herstich takes it well and rumbles it up past the 22.
No, thank you.
Vanderschmidt. Strong.
Use it!
Coombs goes to the skies.
Access!
That's well taken, but met equally in a big collision from Herstich. The big prop, Nahero.
Use.
And Donald in the midfield.
Use!
They look to Boxy again, and it's Terry bobbling that one up.
Knock on, knock on.
And it's a knock on both ways. The first coming off Hong Kong, China, so it will be a Brazilian scrum right in the Hong Kong half. And the rain is coming down even more now.
Time off.
Come on.
Again.
And we can see the big man, Zach Cinnamon,
stay on.
Same shoulder, giving him a couple of issues. But look at those conditions.
You stay on? Okay.
It is torrential down here at the Kai Tak Youth Sports
Ground.
3
minutes. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, conditions like this, we must note that the ground, though, is still looking immaculate. It is holding up well.
Really great facilities down here at Kai Tak.
Your ball, your ball. Ball's over there.
The adjacent stadium to the full Kai Tak Stadium, where Hong Kong, China will be opening up their sevens in April next year.
Crouch!
Huge event down here for Hong Kong rugby.
Bind! Set! Hold!
Strong platform here for the Brazilians. Diaz goes blind. Finds Gonçalves, who puts a little chip through, but Terry is there to clean it up.
Offside.
And Diaz is caught offside.
Number 6
so
offside.
Hong Kong China get the penalty and get out of jail.
On that clock. Yeah, thank you.
Few boys starting to cramp up. We see Nate Terry go down there with what looks like a little bit of calf cramp. So Mateo Avatabali is going to be finding touch just inside, about 45 out from the Hong Kong line.
That was huge for Hong Kong as McCormick Houston does a little one in the front, but the Brazilian line out does well to clean that one up.
Lost it.
Knock on there from Hong Kong, China.
Use it.
Lucas finds Furia.
Use it.
Gets it out the back.
Advantage over.
And the kick through. Advantage is played. Axton Barrett, it bobbles up once again. But well taken there and returned. Amaral looks to go himself, but Worley is up to the occasion.
Use.
Gonçalves off the base goes himself.
No.
It's Messi at the back. Bastare.
No.
Picks and goes.
Let it go.
Lateral.
Out. Thank you.
Admiral goes to the skies once again, and Terry cleans that one up nicely and puts in a good kick, but met in a big collision as well that he's not happy about.
Line out.
But Katsuki Furushi says he was committed to the tackle, so it's going to be a line out to Brazil, about 30 out.
Step down, step down. Replay it.
It's going to be the last play of the game.
Let's go, replay it. Come on, man. Let's go. Come on, he's coming.
There's the full-time hooter. Hong Kong, China, ecstatic. They've done enough here to win this two-match Autumn International Series. What a absolutely fantastic result for the home side. But it's not over yet as the header goes on a charge.
Use it!
Lateral. Up into the midfield.
Stay down, thank you.
Donald. Goes straight.
His first man.
Good contest there from Hong Kong, China.
His first man.
Coons bobbles it around.
Knock on.
Small knock on there. But that's full time, and that's all she wrote. Hong Kong, China have done enough down here at the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground, winning this two-match international autumn series in a fantastic result. An absolute massive showing in the last 40 minutes to make the home team the victors. What a sensational test match, Nick.
Yeah, there he is, Andrew Douglas. He'll be very happy with his team's performance. They dominated long periods of this game. Although Brazil, for 60 minutes, they held right in there. They were dominant up front. They took their opportunities. But Hong Kong, China in that last 20 minutes, wow-wee.
Yeah, they really turned it up a notch, and you must admit this Hong Kong China team did really well over the last week to do their homework, understand what didn't work well from them last week, and the key difference today, I would have to say, was the kicking battle.
Yeah, 100%. Nate Tateri and Ben Exton Barrett really controlled things for Hong Kong China, putting them in the right areas.
And the home side winning 38-17, which is a margin big enough to win the whole series. But let's have a look back at the highlights down here at Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground, and it opens up with a driving maul here from Hong Kong China, and they do well to get it down the back to Kyle Sullivan to get the boys rumbling along, and the Hong Kong China hooker Jack Sing Lam with the opening try.
Yet again, a small mistake by Hong Kong China, and Brazil pounced here. It was Mashira offloading to Batati, and Batati, although getting chased down, finishes off, and that really took Brazil back into this game.
And this was another great play from Brazil as Worley bobbles it up and gets it across to the centre, Machida. And then they managed to get it down the short side through the hands into the big barnstorming blindside to Gelado Diaz.
Yeah, heading into the second half after an early penalty from Hong Kong China, Brazil, that big four-pack, they got marching, they got rolling, and it was the new man fresh on the field. Bahira had a barnstorming game and a great start there.
And this was a fantastic little open play. Chip from Tateri finds Ben Exton Barrett with heaps of space, and the young man Guy Spanton sliding into the corner for what you could say was the match-turning try.
I've done backwards.
Yes, Brazil were playing with a man down through that, but Nate Tateri broke through here, found Ben Exton Barrett, interchange play, did very well to hold himself from reaching out, but Matt Worley with an open try line dots down for his first.
Here you go.
And here's the final try of the day as Nate Tateri gets it wide to Ben Exton Barrett, and that oh so familiar boot goes through to Matt Worley to dot it down in the corner. So there it is, 38 plays 17. So we're going to go across now to the Hong Kong China captain to get his thoughts on this test match.
Josh, congratulations. A great win here today at the new Youth Sports Ground. Your thoughts on the match overall?
Yeah, it was a really tough encounter on a pretty awesome setup here, in tough conditions with a really lively crowd. You know, result aside, probably the thing we're most memory I'll take away from it is the support that we had tonight was awesome. Really got us home.
And Matt Worley, look, he's a bit of a try-scoring machine, really. 3 tries today. You must be happy with his effort.
Yeah, he's been ripping it up all season for Bedford, and it's really nice to be able to have a quality player like that come and join us. And it's also probably testament to our coaching staff. We didn't really execute that game 1, and I think you saw there, creating some space for some weapons that we've got out wide. It's probably kudos to them.
And overall, you went to Brazil a couple of months ago. They've travelled here, 2 tests, pretty invaluable overall.
Yeah, it's a massive in for us to go over there and tour South America and then be able to host them here, and we'll take a lot away from that. 2 tough test matches here in Hong Kong. Yeah, we're extremely happy with the effort tonight.
Congratulations once again, and I suppose over to collect the trophy.
Yeah, thanks everyone again for turning up today. It's been class, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Awesome, thank you.
And there we have it, a fantastic test match as Hong Kong China walk around and congratulate and celebrate with all their fans as they look to line up and receive the Autumn International Trophy. This is absolutely massive for the home side, Hong Kong China, as they're building towards the Asia Rugby Championship next year, where the winner of that competition gets a straight ticket to the Rugby World Cup in Australia. Such an important time for Hong Kong China Rugby, and such a great way to finish this international test series. And there you have your winning team, Hong Kong China.
蔡建勳先生同中國香港欖球總會主席普敬思先生一齊頒獎。
The November Series trophy will now be presented by Mr. George Choi, Commissioner for Sports of the Culture, Sports and Tourism Bureau, and Mr. Chris Brook, the Chairman of Hong Kong China Rugby.
Ecstatic with their performance today, and why wouldn't you be? They played really well and proved to be the better side on the day in really challenging conditions.
And condolences to the Brazilian side and all of their supporters watching at home. They came out here to Hong Kong and they have put on a great display over this series. They played some fantastic rugby. They're a big side. They got some big boys, and they will look to take a lot out of this series moving forward in their campaigns.
But it's the home side coming away with the spoils today. 38 points to 17 down here at the Kai Tak Youth Sports Ground. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live broadcast with myself, Ashton Hyde, and Nick Cummings.
Thank you all very much for the support of Hong Kong Soccer Rugby. Again for all, safe home.